Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I like the look of Lucas Hernandez, who actually comes from a family of football.
He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Neymar goes short. And this is Neymar. Shot a goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Neymar plays it short. Neymar going. And there's the shot! Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Lampard. And it's Neymar. Neymar! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? And Marquinhos. Lampard, and it's Serginho. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, well measured. Zabani promptly onto that, and that is that. Indonesia are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
It's Neymar! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Neymar can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Now it's Ramos. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Shevchenko. It's a really well-measured ball. Can he latch on to this? And he's picked it up out wide. And he was quick to react. Fabian Ruiz driving forwards. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Neymar receives it in a wide position. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Messi. Decent chance! They've scored! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting...
Shoots! Lampard. He'll try from distance! That is decidedly lacking.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Beraldo.
Paris Saint-Germain really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Lee Kang-in. And that's an excellent interception. And it's Hakimi. Looking for a runner. Neymar has the space to scheme. Good chance here! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Indonesia are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Hernandez is wide and looking to get onto this. Beraldo. Oh, there's a probing ball. Serginho. Good take, and is he in? Chance, surely! Brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are purring, truly purring. You just know there is no stopping that.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
There's the shot! It's a loose, and it's come back out to him. Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! A finish right from the top drawer. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
There will be 3 minutes out of time.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. York! Sensational by York! He's got himself an absolute peach. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
That's the end of the first 45. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
They really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Indonesia enjoying a half which is little short of perfect. The dominant force, the only force in a one-sided contest. The second half is up and running. And claimed it back swiftly. Right-footed pressing going on here. Beraldo. And it's Ruiz. He's looking wide. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. No, that's just wide. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Chance! Oh, that's fabulous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
After 56 minutes.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Knocks it out wide. He's going for goal! And that's past the post.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Hernandez goes direct. Taken back almost at once. Mayulu.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
He and Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. The ball has bounced loose now. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Neymar gets into a good position. Hakimi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's got away. Indonesia needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And he skips past his man. Neymar running with it. He's having a pop! Oh, that could be pivotal!
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Paris Saint-Germain can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Neymar needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah.
Tries a shot! And it's there! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Number 10.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Substitution in progress. Substitution for Indonesia. Number 10.
Indonesia choosing to make the first change.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Serginho. Number 6.
Played into space.
This is the time you need that pace.
Number
He plays one through. He's picked his way through. So no flag. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again. And that's in. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Safonov is there to clear. Now it's Endrick. Can he get it through? Saves to shoot! Oh, terrific save.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Indonesia have their third corner. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hernandez aims beyond the defence. Oh, that's fabulous. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Zabani cuts it out. Looking to play him in. And this is Ronaldo. And he's managed to get free. Just eases him off the ball. Beraldo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he shoots! That has not gone well. 5 minutes to add. That's really well cleared. He has found the way through. He's found the way through. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Indonesia, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Neymar on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Drink responsibly. Anyone appearing
That's
intoxicated
it for tonight's match, so just remain... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
That's Park Ji-sung. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he's managed to gift it back. Looking for the run. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses it in here. Indonesia with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Como are looking to go forward now. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. He is Mikhail Silvestre.
His game was all about versatility and durability, Peter. An astute defender in the middle, a fine ball carrier with a good engine, went out wide.
Yeah, and you can expect another busy shift from him here.
He's never shy.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. Cafu. It's a good run down the right. Davids. Passing is crisp and sharp. Knocks it into space. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
No goals as yet. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about.
Como definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
It's Park Ji-sung. Now it's Ribery.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Marquinhos. Cafu. And that has left him in a heap. Ronaldinho. Now it's Messi. It's a pretty loose pass. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Ronaldinho.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Camavinga picks it up from the goal kick. Serginho. Now it's Ronaldinho. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Shevchenko. That has been slung wide. He's looking wide. It's a shapes to shoot! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And it's Ribery. Davids. York is onto this. Oh, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mbappe. Now it's Yamal. It's not an especially good pass, that. York. Marquinhos wins the duel this time. Now it's Messi. Ronaldinho. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Mbappe. Just past the 40th minute mark.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
And the finish! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Marquinhos. Park Ji-sung is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, delightful ball. He's picked his way through. Neymar really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
He's going for goal! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
And that is the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. He's having a shot! Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Indonesia are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
He is through here. And Ribery! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Indonesia have themselves a chance from the spot. Musso to save this spot kick and his team. Oh, brilliant save by Musso!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Floated through. He's got away. Surely he can't miss. Corner it is. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And it's Ronaldinho. Looking to play him in.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, that one's going nowhere.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Hernandez. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Marquinhos cuts it out. And that has put paid to that. Messi. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi. Messi! He doesn't look too happy with that.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
York being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Ake. Indonesia are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And that's a good ball. Chance! It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Indonesia can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Indonesia are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's Neymar. Tries a measured ball. Mbappe! Oh, he has stuck it into his own net.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't...
Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Indonesia presented with a golden opportunity here. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
This further to improve their cause. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and from...
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He knows what's coming. A second yellow, and he's off. Well, the protest continues, but in the end, they are defending the indefensible. Como are down to 10 men. Serginho, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Shevchenko. And here's Mbappe, looking for options for movement. Can he spark a counter here? He's shifting through the gears here. Can he get on the end of this? Silvestre spots it and intercepts. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. In with the challenge. He's a sharp little ball here.
It was hopeful, to say the least.
It's Ronaldinho! And for a moment, time stood still. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Hernandez. It's played through for him. And he's managed to... Neymar! Oh, it's come loose. And again. Yes! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper, couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So now the difference is 3. Marquinhos. Can he get it through? Aims beyond the defence. Caught offside that time. Shifted it to the flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that is that. Indonesia really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Indonesia.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launchpad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch, too.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Alisson. He's an excellent shot stopper, Peter, first and foremost, but he's just as good at creating chances as he is snuffing them out. He can spread the ball out quickly to both wings, whether it be with an accurate long pass or a quick throw, and that places him in the top order of the world's keepers.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Space for him to turn and look. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Vinicius Junior! It's their second corner of the game.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Burn. Ribery bops him off it and wins back the ball. Might be danger here. That's an imaginative pass. Couldn't squeeze it through. Indonesia still without a single shot on target. And here's Vinicius Junior, and he's in on goal, shoots! Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ended up in no... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. That has been cut short. Borussia Dortmund have their third corner. Peruzzi claims comfortable. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here. Plays it across. That's not going far. And he's there to get it away. Now it's Dukung. Oh, it's come loose.
Borussia Dortmund definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
He's a sharp little ball here. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And it's Shevchenko. Great ball, and he's in here. Great chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Shevchenko makes a dash for it. Tries a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Shevchenko probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
York, Serginho. He's in a good position here. Ribery! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Great defending, strong and determined. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. Now there's a decent chance! Brilliant from York!
Well, we had a feeling, Peter, that he would show up sometime, but not in such spectacular style. I can tell you it certainly made one man's job a lot easier in this half-time break.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Indonesia have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your play. Brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Indonesia are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So right back into the action. Indonesia currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Oh, that's well spotted. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Looking to play him in. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Now that's well seen too. Locatelli. Dukung. Clipped into space. Oh, shooting chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Done. And it's Kukcu. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Cleared away. Davids. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. It's Greenwood! And a neat finish! They are right back in business!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Olise going forward.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Ribery. Kukcu is the team's great visionary. Knocks it into space. Little doubt, that is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 10, Vinicius Junior. Number 17,
Tunisia
Olise.
do have options
Number
available
3,
on the bench if they want to go that way.
Coming on the field, number 8,
Ball in towards the middle.
Number
That is a brilliant interception. Endrick, who needs just a moment to score a goal.
Number 14,
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Gonzalez.
And he's managed to get free.
Substitutions taking
Real
place.
chance here. Delivery from Mbappe. And he gets rid in a hurry. Tries to pass it through. He's had it taken off him. Well, that looks a decent ball. Endrick receives it in a wide position. And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Endrick. Well timed, excellent interception. That's really well cleared. Rudiger cuts out the pass. Threads one in. Kukcu! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Kukcu. Lee Kang in, can so cleverly bypass the press. Now this could be a chance. Impressive jump. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Tries to play it through. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a pretty loose pass. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as...
Applies the finish! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's looking wide. Cristiano Ronaldo. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Now that the latest travel information is...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition.
And the finish! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Indonesia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Akanji cuts out the pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, that is a good ball. And Messi! Oh, how good is he? A finish right from the top draw. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Indonesia restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely...
And he shoots! Goal! Inter! And they've got their lead back. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Inter Milan with the lead. Serginho. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And he's quick to get rid. And this is Lewandowski, brilliantly cut out. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Lobbed in behind. Mbappe has the space to scheme. Drives it in. Hernandez deals with that comfortably. He's looking wide. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Ribery is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That is good alertness. Now it's Shevchenko. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And this is Neymar. Davids. Now it's Neymar.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And he was quick to react. Lewandowski. Ribery finding himself in space. Ribery getting forward. Just eases him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Not the most accurate pass. Ribery. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Shevchenko. He's having a pop! Oh my word, that is quite something! About as smooth as it gets. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The purest possible contact, what a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely...
Neymar! Just too high.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Corner it is. Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's on it, can he get away? Shot, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Davids really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Indonesia have their second corner now. And he's taking no chances there. That's a throw. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Neymar. Neymar, he's got away. Ball swung in, and he was alert to it.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture.
It's Totti! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Messi. Oh, this looks sharp. Tries to play it through. Messi. He is through here. Big chance! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Just one in it now.
Well,
That's the end of the first 45. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 6, Messi.
We get things going again.
Neymar.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Shevchenko. Now this could be a chance. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
This to be all square. That is quite remarkable.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Van Bauten spots it and intercepts. And it's Ribery. Hernandez. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Played into space. Indonesia come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Looking for the run. Looking for a runner. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. Robertson. Just about up to the hour now. Indonesia still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, that's fabulous. Shevchenko! That is decidedly lacking.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Ambitious ball here. Mbappe is onto this. Hernandez. It's Ribéry. Serginho. Now it's Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted. And this is Shevchenko. He's had a shot! That's another chance! Has another go! It's a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Indonesia can make their change now with a break in play. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Mbappe.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Played back to the goalkeeper. Well, that is one way to stop him. And this is Shevchenko. Robertson. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And this is Ronaldo. Half an hour gone in the second half. Pass somewhat off target.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Akanji can clear it away. And here's Endrick. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Definitely not one of his best. Tries to dink it through. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Serginho. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
The final 5 minutes. Now it's Endrick. Nice interception, well timed. And he's heaved it away. That's a cute ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That is ended up in no man's land. He's had it taken off him. Mbappe. It's a good run down the right. And he's been shifted off it. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. That has not gone well. Mbappe. He's picked his way through, and he welcomes it in. He has found the way through. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama. So where will he go? A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed. So that's it. It is. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably...